field here in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Mike, 53, check 53. Watch the come.
Lock now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On first and 10, here's Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Hamilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller was sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one.
Broncos coming hard, and it's blocked. And they are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you were ever wondering, should I believe my special teams coach about, these plays are valuable? Think no more. Huge play, big block, and now they've set up their offense inside the 10-yard line. A chance to score.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jackson flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Airing it out deep for Smith. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup of 38.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A pass complete here to Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. Well, they've already already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be first and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Locke and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 13. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still first down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack to Corey Legion. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Locke to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, gee. Now Locke on the bootleg. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jeff Hireman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they? He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
This will be fielded at the 17. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. On first down, Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on first down is Locke. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver. And it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So here are the Bills to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Pass caught. It's the rookie from Ole Miss, Dawson Knox. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Parks. Has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way? Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, I guess they're thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Block now on 1st down. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw at his lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move. Forward.
Automatic first down.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
Give me that ball. Go. Give me that ball.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They look to throw. It's Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 or 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. He did turn 31 back in July. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jackson to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they'll run it with McCoy. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Left side here to Sanders. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Get it.
Block off of play action. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Lindsey, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math. Here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready, set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we